My name is Katie Hoffman. I'm doing my presentation on Costa Rica. I have my family here, well, my husband's family here, and my husband behind the camera. Alright, so let's get started here. So in 2012 I was lucky enough to visit Costa Rica. In this picture here you'll see a three-toed sloth that we encountered while on a dirt bike trip. Costa Rica is located in the Central America, just south of Nicaragua and north of Panama. San Jose is the capital and one of the largest cities in Costa Rica. Just a couple of fun facts. It spans over 1,900 miles, and within those miles there's volcanoes, rainforests, dry tropical forests, and savannas. Temperatures ranging in the mountainous areas can drop up to 20 degrees. And within those different landscapes, there are different kinds of animals. Like I showed in that last slide, three-toed sloths. There's poisonous dart frogs, monkeys, crocodile. Alright, so what we're going to look into during this slideshow here are some key values within Costa Rica. The interaction they have with the United States. Their notable achievements, the do's and taboos, the communication patterns within Costa Rica, and important things to remember when communicating with people in Costa Rica. So these are just some of the main things that they value: their unique culture, family ties, their environment, and political stability. Now, like I said, there's more that they value, but these are the ones that we're going to get more in depth with. So the majority is of Spanish ancestry. 90% of 408 million Costa Ricans are white, 2.4% are indigenous, 1% black, and 1% Chinese. Those that weren't born and raised there are still accepted into the culture with open arms, though. So males generally get to do as they please in Costa Rica. They're expected to be more demanding. They're expected to shine in the classroom. They are more aggressive, and when they are done with work, they like to congregate in bars, restaurants, pick on each other. They just like to sit and gossip. Where females, they are supposed to serve their husbands, be more submissive, do those household chores, show less intelligence, be weaker, and they really value beauty. So they have beauty contests and what they are called queen contests. So a lot of the time is spent with family in their little neighborhoods and villages. They have festivals that they like to enjoy together. A lot of them stay home until marriage. And let's see here. You'll also notice formal greetings, flowing compliments between the family members. Men always do a handshake, and you will notice females with a kiss on the cheek. Alright, the environment. They have a very diverse landscape, including those rainforests and savannas. They're in the top 5 eco-friendly areas in the country. They have 27 national parks and conservation areas that they struggle to stop deforestation. At one point, the United States offered millions of dollars in loans to stimulate beef production in Costa Rica, and that led to massive deforestation. But as of 2011, the country has 52% forest cover. They do have access to water, but it isn't always safe to drink. 2,400 tons of solid waste annually. 60% into dumps, 15% to landfills, and less than 10% is recycled. So an estimated 300 tons of waste is dumped into the streets and rivers, causing flooding and contamination of the contamination issues. The government is slowly working on a solution. Coffee is the heart and soul of their economy, and bananas is also right up there. But with bananas and coffee, the waste is greater than what they produce. Between the banana peels and the stems and the plastic and everything that goes in with wrapping them, there's more waste with it. Political stability. Costa Rica and the United States, oh, wrong one. Every 4 years, on the first Sunday in February, anyone over 18 years is able to vote. They have regular and fair elections with a literate and political active population. They focus on human rights, their freedoms, the environment, and ways to improve it. Their personal freedoms also led the country to abolish the nation's military. All right, so the Costa Rica and the United States support a free trade agreement called the Central American Dominican Republic Free Trade Agreement. Someday they're hoping imports and exports will become tariff-free. They'll be treated like locals in hopes for economic growth and stability. Some of their notable achievements: the football team, also known as the soccer team, they have played in the World Cup 4 times. In 2006, they actually beat the United States to advance that year. In museums in US and France, you will see different paintings from a Costa Rican by the name of Isidro Conwang, and the National Symphony has traveled all over the world and played at the White House. Sorry for the airplane going in. And again, they're ranked in the top 5 eco-friendly. Alright. Costa Ricans are very friendly. They appreciate being greeted with a handshake and the women with a kiss on the cheek. They like direct questions. And Pura Vida, which means pure life or simple life, is a common and accepted language or word that you can use. Things you want to stay away from is confrontation. They will beat around the bush and tell you what you want to hear just to avoid confrontation. They also avoid embarrassing and belittling each other. So Spanish is the official language. There are some areas within Costa Rica that use more Spanish slang words, just like we do in the United States. They have very elaborate and flowery expressions. Archaic words make for a more formal and courteous interaction. They also like to preserve one another's dignity in face-to-face interaction. So what I have here are just some pictures, some personal pictures from my 2012 trip to Costa Rica. When we went to little villages, we would stop at restaurants and little bars, and we would have to use our hand gestures and our nonverbal cues to get what we needed and what we wanted. This one is just from one of the motels that we stayed at. And that's really just about it. Do you guys have any questions?
No, good.
No questions?